A seemingly ordinary video captured a moment that shocked the entire world. What this girl did with the stallion left everyone speechless. The astonishing scene has since gone viral, and you have to see it to believe it. Emily Carver and her father Tom had arrived early in the morning in the heart of rural Montana. There, the small town of Westridge was buzzing with excitement for the annual Westridge Horse Fair, a tradition that marked the end of summer and drew spectators and participants from all surrounding counties. Emily, a 16-year-old with auburn hair and a quiet confidence that belied her age, was at the heart of this year's excitement. Due to her profound bond with her horses, she was almost legendary in local circles. Father and daughter arrived trailing their modest family horse, Duchess, behind their old Ford pickup. As they sat in the makeshift paddock, Emily's eyes were drawn to a new entrance on the fairground, a magnificent jet-black stallion named Chief, known for his unruly demeanor. His owner, Hank Myers, was struggling to keep Chief under control as they approached the arena. In a fit of frustration, Hank declared loudly to anyone within earshot that he'd sell Chief to anyone brave enough to handle him. His words, half jest, half desperation, caught the wind and reached Emily's ears. Without a moment's hesitation, she approached Hank, her expression calm but determined. "Mr. Myers, I'd like to try," she said, her voice steady despite the murmurs that began to ripple through the crowd. The bystanders' skepticism was palpable. After all, Chief had bucked off more seasoned riders than Emily. Hank scoffed at the suggestion, his gaze sweeping dismissively over Emily's slight frame. "This isn't a game, young lady. Chief isn't a pony for schoolgirls," he warned. A surprise unfolded as Emily's father intervened, his pride in his daughter's abilities overriding his usual caution. "Let her try, Hank. If she can handle Duchess, she can handle your stallion," Tom challenged, throwing a supportive arm around Emily. Reluctantly, Hank agreed, and as Emily approached Chief, the crowd held its collective breath. Instead of mounting immediately, Emily spent long moments simply standing by Chief, her hand extended, letting him sniff her scent. Her unusual calm and patience with the horse drew murmurs of curiosity. An unexpected occurrence emerged when Emily, against all expectations, expertly leaped onto Chief's back without using a saddle. The crowd gasped as Chief reared up, his powerful legs kicking the air, but Emily held on, whispering into his ear, her voice so low only Chief could hear. Gradually, his muscles relaxed, and his hooves gently returned to the earth. Now riding Chief, Emily guided him towards the main event area. The crowd's initial skepticism turned to awe as Chief responded to Emily's subtle commands, performing complex dressage maneuvers that Hank had never achieved with him. A shocker came when a local blogger, who had been live streaming the fair, captured every moment of Emily's performance. As Emily and Chief danced together in unexpected harmony, the video was being shared across social media platforms, garnering thousands of views by the minute. As Emily dismounted, the crowd erupted in applause, not just for her bravery, but also for the beautiful synergy she had showcased with such a difficult horse. Hank approached, a look of disbelief on his face, mixed with newfound respect. "Girl, you've got a gift," he admitted grudgingly, extending his hand to her. A twist was revealed as Emily's phone buzzed with a notification from the live stream. The video, titled "Young Girl Tames Wild Stallion," was already going viral, with comments pouring in from around the world praising her skill and bravery. By the time Emily and her father returned home, the video of her taming Chief had amassed a staggering number of views. Initially, the comments were overwhelmingly positive, hailing her as a prodigy in horse training. Emily's unexpected success story seemed to be an overnight sensation, but the winds of public opinion are fickle and soon shifted. Early the next morning, a critical comment from a well-known equine ethicist gained traction among the sea of praise. While the girl's talent is undeniable, one must question the methods used in such a brief taming session. This isn't magic. It's either a setup or potentially harmful training condensed into a spectacle. This comment seeded doubt and sparked a fiery debate across social media platforms. As the video continued to spread, a major news outlet picked up the story, not just for the spectacle, but to debate the ethics of viral animal training videos. They invited experts to discuss the potential stress and long-term impacts on horses subjected to sudden fame and intense training sessions. Emily watched, heart sinking, as her moment of triumph twisted into a controversy. Meanwhile, her school life became complicated. Whispers followed her as she walked through the halls. Some classmates idolized her newfound fame, while others resented it. A group of students even started a petition demanding that she demonstrate her training methods live to dispel any doubts about their legitimacy. Then, an unexpected ally emerged. A famous horse trainer from a neighboring state reached out to Emily, offering support and guidance. He expressed belief in her ability and invited her to his ranch to learn advanced humane training techniques to enhance her natural talent and perhaps prove her critics wrong. In the midst of this whirlwind, Emily received an anonymous email with a video statement. It was a compilation of her time spent with horses over the years, beautifully edited to show her gentle approach and the positive transformations of the animals she worked with. The video ended with a message: "True talent shines through controversy. Keep proving them wrong." Heartened but wary, Emily realized that her journey was about to take a more serious turn. She needed to choose, retreat from the spotlight or embrace it, and use her platform to advocate for ethical animal training. With her family's support, she announced a live demonstration to address the controversies head-on. The event was set to be streamed worldwide, further fueling the fervor around her story. As preparations began, a local animal rights group announced they would attend the demonstration to ensure Emily's methods were transparent and humane. Their presence promised added pressure, but also offered an opportunity for Emily to showcase her genuine care and expertise on a larger stage. Days before the event, during a routine practice session, Chief, the stallion she had famously tamed, became unexpectedly agitated, throwing Emily off. The incident, caught on her father's camera, leaked online ahead of the demonstration, casting further doubt on her abilities and reigniting concerns about her handling of the horses. In the face of growing skepticism, Emily's mentor, the renowned trainer who had reached out earlier, arrived unexpectedly at their ranch. His sudden presence brought not only support, but a wealth of knowledge. He worked closely with Emily, refining her techniques and preparing her mentally for the challenges ahead. His guidance shifted the narrative, portraying Emily as a dedicated student of equine behavior, not just a one-hit wonder. On the day of the demonstration, as Emily entered the arena, the local news station, initially critical of her, had sent a team to cover the event. This provided a platform that could either vindicate her or vilify her further, depending on the outcome. As she began, Emily demonstrated her approach step by step, explaining her actions and the responses from Chief. Her detailed explanations and calm demeanor slowly won over the crowd. However, amid the demonstration, Chief suddenly hesitated, seemingly refusing to cooperate. The tension in the arena spiked, with spectators whispering and critics ready to pounce. Quickly regaining her composure, Emily adjusted her technique, using a different set of cues that she had not planned to showcase. The spur-of-the-moment adaptation not only worked, but also impressed the audience, showcasing her flexibility and deep understanding of horse psychology. At the demonstration's conclusion, the animal rights group leader stood up, took the microphone, and publicly apologized to Emily. She acknowledged the young trainer's respect and care for the horses, admitting that their initial doubts were proven wrong by her thorough and thoughtful presentation. With her reputation on the rise after the successful demonstration, Emily felt a renewed sense of purpose. However, she was aware that, to truly establish herself, she needed to go beyond just clearing her name. She decided to organize a series of workshops on ethical horse training, inviting skeptics and supporters alike to learn about her methods firsthand. A twist came when a well-respected equine scientist, Dr. Leela Jensen, expressed interest in attending the workshops. Dr. Jensen had previously been critical of viral training methods, and her endorsement could lend significant credibility to Emily's techniques. However, Dr. Jensen proposed a condition. She wanted to conduct an independent study on the long-term effects of Emily's training to validate her approach scientifically. Emily agreed, seeing this as an opportunity to ground her methods in scientific research. The workshops began with enthusiasm from various participants, ranging from amateur horse lovers to professional trainers. Emily adeptly handled different horses, demonstrating her gentle yet effective techniques, which were rooted in understanding each horse's unique psychological profile. As the workshops progressed, a notoriously stubborn horse that had resisted previous trainers responded positively to Emily's approach during one session. The transformation was profound and immediate, astonishing the onlookers and providing tangible proof of her method's effectiveness. Meanwhile, Dr. Jensen's ongoing study brought about a twist. Preliminary results suggested that horses trained under Emily's guidance showed lower stress levels and improved behavioral scores compared to those trained under more conventional methods. This evidence was a powerful endorsement of Emily's work, but Dr. Jensen cautioned that more data was needed for conclusive results. Upon hearing of Dr. Jensen's findings, a major animal welfare organization reached out to Emily. They offered to partner with her to promote humane training practices across the country. This partnership would provide Emily with a platform to influence the broader equine community and advocate for change on a national scale. As the workshop session drew to a close, a documentary filmmaker who had been quietly observing the workshops approached Emily. He proposed creating a feature documentary about her journey and the impact of her training philosophy on the equine world. The anticipation surrounding the documentary's release brought Emily's story into a new realm of visibility. The film, titled Whispering Coos, premiered at a prestigious film festival, drawing attention from both the equestrian and broader entertainment communities. Emily attended the premiere, her nerves tempered by the excitement of sharing her journey with a global audience. During the queue and a session after the premiere, a well-known horse trainer from Europe publicly challenged Emily, questioning the scalability of her methods for larger training facilities. His skepticism sparked a heated debate among the audience, dividing opinions and creating a buzz in the media. Responding with composure, Emily invited the skeptic to a public demonstration scheduled for the following month, offering to train several horses from various backgrounds to prove the adaptability and effectiveness of her techniques. This open challenge not only reaffirmed her confidence, but also intensified interest in her methodologies. As Emily prepared for this large-scale demonstration, a major equestrian magazine offered to cover the event and conduct a feature interview with her. The exposure was an opportunity to reach a wider audience, but it also meant that the stakes were higher than ever. Emily discovered that one of the horses selected for the demonstration had a history of trauma and severe anxiety, a fact overlooked by her team. Faced with this challenge, Emily saw a chance to truly demonstrate the depth of her understanding of equine behavior. She adapted her program, incorporating trauma-informed techniques that she had been developing in collaboration with equine psychologists. When the demonstration day arrived, Emily worked with the anxious horse, and her efforts were met with silence from the captivated crowd. The transformation of the horse, once jittery and untrusting, into a calm and responsive animal was profound. The successful intervention showcased the potential of her methods to address deeper behavioral issues far beyond basic obedience training. Right after the demonstration, a representative from an international animal welfare organization approached Emily with an offer to fund a research institute dedicated to the study and teaching of her training methods. This opportunity would enable her to expand her influence and contribute to the academic understanding of humane animal training. Amid rising fame, Emily struggled with balancing her public role with her private desire for a simpler life. After much contemplation, she decided to accept the funding but established the institute in her hometown, ensuring she could stay true to her roots while advancing her mission. As Emily's influence in the equine world expanded, the foundation of her research institute became a cornerstone for ethical animal training. The establishment was set to open with a grand ceremony that promised to gather the most influential minds in veterinary science and animal psychology. However, as preparations were underway, unforeseen challenges began to surface, ensuring that Emily's journey would continue to be as dynamic as ever. Just weeks before the institute's opening, a major benefactor unexpectedly withdrew their funding, citing economic downturns. This financial hiccup threatened to delay the opening indefinitely. Emily, however, remained undeterred. She launched a crowdfunding campaign, sharing her vision with the public, and was overwhelmed by the global outpouring of support. Funds were quickly replenished, not only covering the shortfall, but also providing additional resources. As the Institute prepared for its new opening date, Emily and her team completed a breakthrough study demonstrating significant improvements in rehabilitation techniques for abused horses. The study was accepted for publication in a prestigious scientific journal, a testament to the Institute's potential impact on animal welfare and training methodologies. During a live demonstration at the Institute's opening ceremony, a horse that Emily had been personally rehabilitating for months showcased incredible progress, performing in front of an audience for the first time without signs of anxiety. This live success story dramatically illustrated the Institute's mission and capabilities, securing further academic and financial support from various organizations. However, with the Institute's rising profile, Emily faced mounting pressure to replicate her success on a larger scale and in different environments. Critics questioned whether her methods could be universally applied across all training scenarios. In response, Emily initiated a series of collaborative projects with international training centers to adapt and test her techniques in diverse settings, aiming to create a universally applicable training model. During a routine review of the Institute's outreach programs, Emily realized the potential for extending her methods beyond equines to other animal species. Inspired, she began to develop a new division within the Institute focused on broader applications of her humane training principles. As Emily's reputation grew, her techniques gained attention not only from horse trainers, but also from fields outside equestrian circles. Recognizing her unique approach to animal behavior, a leading zoological society approached Emily with a groundbreaking proposal. They invited her to apply her techniques in a pilot program aimed at rehabilitating rescued wildlife, particularly animals traumatized by illegal poaching and trading. Initially hesitant, Emily saw this as an opportunity to test the universality of her methods. She agreed to lead a team tasked with the rehabilitation of a group of traumatized elephants that were rescued from poachers in Africa. The project was challenging due to the elephants' size, intelligence, and the deep psychological scars they carried. Emily traveled to a wildlife sanctuary in Kenya, diving into a completely new environment where the stakes were significantly higher. During her stay in Kenya, Emily encountered Dr. Samura Wangi, a veterinarian who was initially skeptical of Emily's methods, fearing they might oversimplify the complex issues at play. However, after observing Emily's respectful and patient approach with the elephants, Samura became a crucial ally, providing scientific insights that enhanced Emily's intuitive techniques, blending traditional knowledge with modern science. Just as progress began to show with the elephants, the sanctuary faced a severe threat from poachers aiming to sabotage the project, fearing its success could lead to stricter anti-poaching laws. One night, a breach occurred, but due to the newly implemented security measures based on Emily's suggestions, the attempt was thwarted. This incident, however, left the team on high alert and cast a shadow over the sanctuary's safety. News of the attempted sabotage and the success of the rehabilitation program caught the attention of international media. Emily's story was now not just about horse training, but about a broader fight against wildlife crime. Her work led to an invitation to speak at the United Nations, where she advocated for global policies to protect wildlife and shared her insights on animal rehabilitation. Motivated by her experiences on the global platform, Emily decided to expand her institute's reach by establishing a branch dedicated to wildlife rehabilitation. She launched an educational program aimed at training conservationists worldwide in her methods, facilitated by virtual reality technology that simulated various wildlife scenarios. This initiative not only spread her influence, but also set a new standard for animal care and rehabilitation across the globe. 6 months after establishing her wildlife rehabilitation program, Emily was approached by an international conservation agency with an urgent, unusual request. They needed her help with a small group of grey wolves relocated to a national park in the Pacific Northwest. Crucial to the ecological balance, these wolves showed unexpected signs of aggression and stress, potentially jeopardizing the reintroduction program. Despite her vast experience with domestic and semi-wild animals, wolves presented a new challenge for Emily. Their wild nature and the critical public eye on the reintroduction program added layers of complexity. Driven by her commitment to animal welfare and ecosystem restoration, she agreed to take on the task. Upon arrival, Emily faced opposition, not from conservationists, but from local ranchers worried about the threat these wolves could pose to livestock. Her presence and intentions were misunderstood, leading to confrontation that threatened to derail the project before it even began. Emily had to navigate these human conflicts while staying focused on her animal behavior goals. To better understand the wolves' behavior without intrusive measures, Emily collaborated with a tech startup specializing in wildlife monitoring through non-invasive drones and AI analysis. This technology provided unprecedented insights into the wolves' social structure and stress triggers, allowing Emily to tailor her approach more effectively than ever before. As the situation with the ranchers intensified, a familiar face reappeared to offer support. Dr. Samara Manji, now a respected figure in wildlife conservation. Samara used her influence and experience to mediate between Emily and the ranchers, organizing community meetings to educate them about the ecological benefits of wolves. Her involvement helped pivot public opinion, turning former opponents into cautious supporters. The real turning point came when a previously aggressive and isolated young wolf began to show signs of integration into the pack following Emily's revised approach, based on her drone-assisted observations. This success was captured live and shared widely, showcasing the positive impact of the reintroduction program not only on the wolves, but also on the broader ecosystem. This public validation significantly boosted support for Emily's methods and the overall project,